Now that we have the tonic functions, we can say exactly what they are. In the key of C, the tonic functions are the 1 chord, the 6 chord, and the 3 chord. 1, 3, and 6. Those are tonic functions. They can all function as a 1 chord in the key of C. So no matter what I do, I can land on those chords and I'm still going to have stability and still be able to keep listening interest using those as my tonic. So I don't have to go to C. I can go to E minor for my landing. Maybe the next time around or at the end of the song I'll go to C. The same, I can go to A minor. And I don't have to go to C, I can go to the relative minor. I can really get to relative minor by using that harmonic minor scale. So I switched, I went to E minor, suddenly, then to 4 chord, and then I'm going to go to A minor again. See, because I'm using the tonic in the key of C, it sounded strong. The resolutions are very strong because these are taking the place of the C or the tonic, and it's already in your ear. So this is the nice thing about ear training, and Western music does this. It starts setting you up for these sounds that just make so much sense, and we can have some really great sounds for composing this way. So all of those chords now, finally, can be completely mixed into one. So let's say I want to play C major 7 and I'm going to compose or improvise on this. Well, you see there that I have an E minor triad. So why don't I play, when I have C major, a G pentatonic scale? Because E minor is a tonic function. It functions there as the tonic. It also is within the C. I could add 9 to this C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I have a full-blown G triad. This says, right here, that G triad means I can use the G pentatonic. Now, if I have a bass player, I don't have to play the root. I can let him do it. That's one option. Everything I did with E minor will work on C. Everything I did on E minor will work on A minor. So here's an A minor 7. 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11. Full-blown huge jazz chord. A minor 11. Pentatonic. G triad. The pentatonic scale over A minor works great. Play a G triad. There's a G triad in first inversion. And that right there is going to fit great over the A minor. Now I'm not pulling this from G the dominant. I'm staying with my mindset as in related to E minor. That's where I got it from. You could technically say I built it off the 7th of an A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But for me, I tried to get everything simple. So I have this idea of relative major and relative minor become the same thing. So they get one pentatonic, they get a series of arpeggiated notes, and I can do them at will over either way. So in other words, here's my E minor, and here's what I can play over E minor. And so if I can do that over E minor, I can do it over A minor. everything I do over A minor, I can do over C. So here's an A minor chord for you. 1, 3, 5, 7. What if I add 9 to A minor? I get A minor 9. And there's an E minor triad right there. I got a little fancy there and threw in the harmonic minor. What about C? Let's go to this idea of harmonic minor. And then we suddenly find out where the jazz scale came from, called Jazz Ionian. The Jazz Ionian scale is basically harmonic minor starting on C, but it keeps its original form and adds the G sharp. So now I can have an E triad over C if I want. Now you may not like that sound. You may want to get used to it. You may try it. The more you do it, the more it might make sense and the more it starts to sound good. So try everything and do everything and experiment with everything. And if you have any questions, email me please, because I can answer the questions for you. And also, if you do all of this and look at all this on paper, then you'll see it for yourself. You learn more by taking this right here, copy all this out on paper. Just stick to your tonic functions. So the tonic functions are 1, 3, 6, and everything that you can do over each one of those chords will work over all of them. So they are all 3 interchangeable. And so we have 3 completely different chords, 3 different sets of vocabulary and keys to play in some cases. And they can all become one sound or one function of the tonic.